Good morning, classmates, especially to our teacher, Mr. Ron Cabahog. Today, I will going to make a reaction video about can we cool the planet?
What does global warming have to do with severe weather like storms, heat waves, droughts, and hurricanes?
A rise in global temperatures increase the severity and likelihood of storms, floods, wildfires, droughts, and heat waves. In a warmer climate, the atmosphere can collect, retain, and drop more water, leading to changing precipitation patterns. Increased precipitation can help support agriculture, but precipitation is increasingly coming in the form of more intense single-day storms which damage property, infrastructure, and lead to loss of life impacted areas. These events are terrifying, and I must say that we should create unity and cooperation and start planting more trees, conserve and preserve, show some love and care for God's creation.
How does climate change affect the food supply?
Jane said, Great Barriers Reef headed for massive death. Ecosystems have died out. California wildfires are 500% due to climate change. Then human activities have been the main driver of climate change. Imagine we are the reason that our environment are getting worse and our Great Barriers Reef headed for massive death. How sad that our ecosystem are badly affected. And the most beautiful of these are the people. I'm afraid that our food supply would hit really hard over the years due to climate change that is getting worse. As we all know, agriculture and fisheries are highly dependent on the climate. If this would continue, more severe warmings, floods, and drought may reduce yields. If we would restore 1 trillion trees, the right type of trees and the right kind of soil, and have them grow to full health, and they could store an additional 205 gigatons of carbon. Forest is important for our water supply and protect us from heat. However, an increasingly populated planet, trees are not the only living things competing for land. According to Steve Pakal, from over the next 30 years, food demand is gonna double. Therefore, we must conserve and preserve the forest, cultivating the soil to plant more trees. So we should love and care for God's creation as we humans getting most benefits of it.
How do we know humans are causing global warming?
We actually burn 10 times that much carbon every year. People actually go dig that stuff up out of the ground 10 times billion. All of the world. Scott Denning said, Imagine if people would rapidly keep on doing bad habits, our world would end up in getting hotter and leads to severe weather like storms, heat waves, droughts, and hurricanes. It is terrifying that we actually experiencing these events, and I think we should all start the change now as much as possible. For example, improvements to energy efficiency and vehicle fuel economy, increases in wind and solar power, biofuels from organic waste, setting on price on carbon, and protecting forests are all potent ways to reduce the amount of carbon dioxide and other gases trapping the heat on the planet. Therefore, we humans place a huge percentage in contributing to climate change that leads to different impacts and events. For example, severe weather like storms, heat waves, droughts, and hurricanes. So we also humans plays a big role in changing the world into a better place via creating a concrete solutions to solve global warming. Whenever I hear these words, global warming, it makes me scared and tend to imagining the world where climate change are getting worse and worse that could harm billions of people around the world. Burn less carbon, not generate CO2 in the first place, Scott Denning said. Carbon-free energy like windmill, solar, nuclear power can drive down most of our annual emissions, and the rest will offset with negative emission technology that removes CO2 in the air. As I seen in the video, scientists are manifesting to have a carbon-free world, and I feel that I must do something to be part of the change. I salute our scientists' dedication, patience, and hard work they showed in creating solutions to remove CO2 in the air. However, people are disobedient and continuously burn objects that could produce harmful effects to the environment and affects the health of innocent people. There are existing multiple factories that produce toxic gases to the air and engines that affect the environment and people also, as it produces environmental pollution and cause several health problem as well. So that would be all. Thank you.